Tawajjuh is in that same reality, that when they learned to connect and they made their connection and they went deep into their connection, they asked from everything that is perishing, that dress me from your dress, that I'm nothing. And they began to take a deeper path into annihilating themselves, that I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing. And then we put out some of the 40 rules from Rumi, and they had nice explanations. For if you're nothing, why are you to be upset about anything? When someone insults you, aggravates you, bothers you, why to be upset? If you took a path in which to be nothing, who's upset? Your nafs or the soul? So then that had to become real. So then this haqiqat al-tawajjuh, the reality of the face and connecting with the face, say it in English is much easier for me, is that the reality to connect with the face is a new level in which to really understand you're nothing. And that's why then through touring and accompanying the shaykhs, and it was complete oceans of humiliation, one test after another, humiliating, humiliating, humiliating in front of people, in front of crowds of people, in private, all the time, all the time. Why? Was to crush the self. So the shaykh who's been trained, that's why you don't go into an area, it's like, you're shaykh, you're shaykh, you're shaykh. They don't have juzbah, they don't have faiz, and they don't have any connection with the tawajjuh, they don't have a connection with the face. So this process of annihilating was only through the crushing, in which that reality of yourself doesn't exist. So Allah going to make it real. For every time they crushed and humiliated, it wasn't your soul that was humiliated, it was your ego. So if you run to the defense of the ego, then you're giving the ego its life support, and then your process of dying becomes that much harder. Means they're asking you, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq is asking you, mawta qabla al-mawt, you want death before death, or you're going to sit and play with your ego for the next 25 years. You have a process to learn. So then humiliation would come, a big test would come, and you connect with your muraqabah, you connect with your connection, and they tell you your soul has not been insulted. Because if your soul was attacked, it was an attack against Allah and His Rasul, but your soul wasn't attacked. What you feel is the pain and the sting of a humiliation towards your nafs, and you stay quiet, you say stay quiet, you stay quiet because you want the nafs to die, you want the nafs to be nothing. But that requires a very strong connection, because as they beating the nafs, the connection must be increasing. Because if they beat the nafs and you have no connection, then that's just it's not going to happen. Those are the people who continuously are arguing and fighting back. But the process of connecting is every time they're hurt by the nafs, they connect and the connection becomes stronger. And then the shaykh begins to open a very strong connection to his ruhaniyat and to his soul. And this is by permission of Prophet. It's not the shaykh. When we say that the shaykh is connecting and opening from his soul, it's not him saying, okay here soul go to him. It's Allah allowing the soul of that shaykh to draw closer to the student, and Allah giving the ishara to Prophet when Prophet feels it's necessary and okay and signed for it, says now the soul of that shaykh, the soul of his shaykh, known to the shaykh or not, will draw closer to the student, in which the student can begin to connect with his face. As a result they see the wajh, they see the face of the shaykh, and they receive the emanation from the face of the shaykh. So every time the shaykh's face appears to them, and not talking about a dream where you saw the shaykh, he didn't have a turban, he didn't have a beard, those are all imperfections in your own character. This is through live muraqabah, that they're connecting live, they're not sleeping, it's not hallucinating, they're in a connection. As a result of the connection they know how they've been tested in life, so it's not imagination, that the face of the shaykh begins to appear in their meditation and begins to dress them. And dresses them from 7 essences, and this dress is then a continuous dress upon them. From as-sami al-basir, begin to dress for them the ability to hear, the ability to see. Alim al-qadir, begin to dress from Allah's ancient knowledges, Allah's ancient oceans of power. Alim al-qadir, nur al-hayy, begin to dress them with nur and light from Allah's Divinely, and oceans of al-hayat. Means these 7 essences are continuously dressing their soul from face to face, no longer tajalli only dressing their soul on the body, but from the face is dressing their face until their face becomes a perfected face that receives that tajalli. And that is the reality of the face and tawajjuh. As a result of the tawajjuh and the connection with the face, then what's the next obvious opening? Is the tawassul. Because if your face is connected